Hello, students. Welcome to the next session of our online English class. And today, in this session, we are going to read about figure of speech. They are also known as literary devices. Now, what do you understand or what do you mean by figure of speech? So, figure of speech or literary devices are the techniques or are the tools with which the poets they try to make their poems very interesting. There are several number of figure of speeches, or there are many techniques which the poets use to make their poems interesting. So let us discuss some of them. So the first figure of speech we are going to discuss is alliteration. What is alliteration? So this is a figure of speech where the beginning letter of a word or sound of an alphabet in a phrase or a sentence is repeated twice or more than twice. For example, Walter wondered where Winnie was. So here W or W sound is repeated. So the letter W has been used repeatedly in this sentence. But only by seeing letter we cannot identify that it is an example of alliteration. It is very important to remember or to notice the sound also of that alphabet, because some alphabet at some time have different pronunciation, different sound. So if the sound is same, then only we can say that it is an example of alliteration. And if sound is not same, the it is not an example of alliteration. For example, if there are two words starting with the alphabet W, that is whole world. Now, whole is all have the first initial alphabet W, and world is also having the first initial alphabet W. But the sound is not the same. In the first word, that is whole, the sound of H is coming, H is coming, not W or W. And in the second word, the sound of W is coming, W is coming. So we have to notice the sound also. Just by seeing that an alphabet is repeated twice or more than twice, we cannot uh, uh, take it as an example of alliteration. So some other examples here are seashell, sea cells on the seashore. Blue baby bonnet bobbed through the bayou. Nick needed new notebooks. Now the next figure of speech which we are going to discuss in this session is simile. So in this figure of speech, two things are compared that are not really the same, and they are compared using the word like or as. Means here comparison is done between two things by using the word like or as. For example, as slippery as an eel. So in the above sentence, a slippery object has been compared to an eel, a very slippery animal. More examples like peas in a pod, as blind as a bat, as wise as an owl. Let us move on to the next figure of speech, that is metaphor. So metaphor is again a comparison between two things. But here an object or action is described in a way that it is not really true but helps explain an idea to make a comparison. Means comparison is done, but It is done in such a way that the name of the thing with which the second thing is compared is given to it, and the words like or as is not used here for comparison. For example, if we say the camel is like the ship of desert, so here we are using the word like. So when we are using the word like, then it is an example of simile. But if we say the camel is the ship of desert, it means we are giving the name of ship to the camel. We are comparing it with the ship, but here we have given it the name ship. Other examples are the world is a stage. She is a night owl. Revenge is a kind of wild justice. Now, the other figure of speech is metonymy. In this figure of speech, one word that has a very similar meaning can be used to convey some other meaning or some other word. For example, the White House said. In the above sentence, the White House had been used in place of the president. Some more examples: using the word crown for royalty, using the word lab coats for scientists, using the word stomach for appetite. So, rest of the figure of speeches we will do in our next session. Till then, goodbye.